Today, we're building our own custom system, realistically, and then at the end, maybe we'll simulate what happens at the end of a star's life, Supernova, the star, and see what happens to the system. We'll work together, me and chat. I need your help. We're gonna design our own solar system. I do kind of wanna make each planet in a different way because there's lots of ways to make things. You know, you can just spawn a planet in and then edit it manually, or you can change the planet by, like say we wanted water on the planet, we could throw an asteroid that has water into the planet, you know?
I love Pluto.
Who said that? So maybe we try to make each planet in a different way. Like we could even combine asteroids to make the planet. Yep, you're banned.
I actually like Pluto though lol because of the looks of the dwarf planet.
And find out. Have any Pluto lovers in my chat? Let's start. New empty simulation. Building solar systems from scratch requires a lot of thinking and problem solving. If you like improving your scientific thinking like this, you should check out today's sponsor, Brilliant. Brilliant is an interactive learning app that makes you smarter every day. They have lessons in science, math, programming, and more. Brilliant does an excellent job of keeping you engaged with their fun, interactive lessons that really make you feel like you're getting smarter. I've been doing the scientific thinking course, and if you're anything like me, you'll love it. It really does help you think in a new way as you design gear systems, circuits, and build bridges. I personally love that it's not just teaching you to memorize answers, it's teaching you how to think logically through each problem it gives you. But if that's not your cup of tea, Brilliant has thousands of lessons on different topics, so you're sure to find something you're interested in. To try everything Brilliant has to offer, scan this QR code or visit brilliant.org/spaceship to get a 30-day free trial and 20% off a premium subscription for life. Thank you to Brilliant for sponsoring this video. Now let's get back to creating our solar system. I like to start with like a background. What do you guys think for the like the region we are in? Because this is Milky Way, but there's a lot of options. Do we want to be in the Milky Way or do we want to be in a nebula? Just stars? This one's cool. Green? Nebula? Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of nebula. So we have brown, purple, this one, red. Oh, I kind of like red. Thoughts on going with red?
Purple. Red. Purple. Red is cool.
All right, we'll do red. Okay, we need a star to start our system. Do we want something bigger than the sun? This is smaller. It's 75%, but the luminosity is only 22%. So this is only 20% as bright as the sun. If you want to see that in its full glory, turn off the space goggles. Or we could even do binary. Something like this, maybe? Okay, we need names. Start shouting out names for our stars here. So they should have a barycenter. This is the point they're both orbiting around. Name the star Michael. Skippy 1 and Pluto sucks. I like Pluto sucks for one of them. We'll make that the bigger one. What's our habitability thing look like? This seems similar to the Neptunia guy Birth to Death series. Yeah, I've seen those. Those are cool. He does a lot of universe sandbox stuff that's very... he goes more in depth, I think. If you like this style of building systems, check out Neptunia guy. He makes some really cool videos. I'll put the link in the description. We have a habitable zone around here. So if we put something in this area, it's definitely gonna be like hot. Okay, wait, what's our name for our other one? We have Pluto sucks plus said the land. If it said the land. That's funny. Bun. Sure. Okay, we have Pluto sucks and Bun. All right, first planet. We probably want it kind of... I'm worried that the orbit of this star is gonna mess with things. What if we put it here? Some molten planet. Here's what we're working with right now. Let's see how this orbit looks over time. Yeah, okay. I was worried that it might be too close. If we want a molten planet, I don't know if we can put it close enough. Is this too far? Okay, we're building an asteroid belt. That's all that was. This almost looks habitable. Is the orbit being... Okay, orbit lines don't work super well in binary systems. This looks stable enough. The problem is this isn't gonna be hot enough for the molten planet we wanted. This almost might have life on it right now. 53% chance of life. It is dropping though. Is it heating up? Yeah, okay. This might still work for a lava molten planet. Let's give it some time. You can see as the gases start to heat up. This is almost gonna be Venus-like because it has an atmosphere. What's our name for our Venus-like planet? And hey, this is completely random. I just put a random planet in and it happened to have an atmosphere and start heating up like that. Venison, like heat.
Name this one Ivory.
Ivory? All right, that's a decent name. There's Ivory, our Venus-like planet. Any changes? I guess we could maybe change like the atmosphere. Ivory's like a off-white color.
Blue, 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 please.
Blue did look pretty cool. It almost looks like Uranus, even though this is a water world if you actually look at it. Planet Ivory is very little silicone and high iron content. What are we made of right now? Mostly silicone. I want to change the percentages. Here we go. High iron. Just enough to keep our blue atmosphere. You can kind of see the clouds through it now. Maybe we make the atmosphere a little bit more see-through so we can kind of see the clouds through it. Still very, very hot. 248 C. How big is Ivory? Half the size of Earth? A little bit, like 63%. All right. It rotates quickly, and it only takes about a month for the planet to completely do a orbit of the stars. Okay. Someone said a habitable gas giant, or a gas giant in the habitable zone that we put some moons on, and we could try to terraform one of the moons. Let's try that. So random gas giant, I guess we can throw it here. And what colors do we want? And name. Can you make rings out of Pluto in one of your planets? Honestly, that's an amazing idea. Let's do that here. Or here's what we do. We put Pluto close enough that it just gets ripped apart by the Roche limit. Okay, Pluto, can you destroy yourself, please? Trying to make it destroy itself, break into a bunch of fragments, and then become rings.
Why won't you die?
Okay, Pluto, you're gonna have to go. What if we just try spinning it so much that it shoots all of its mass off? There we go. That seems to be working. Oh no, I spun the gas giant. Stop spinning. I thought I was spinning Pluto. My bad. Pluto's picking up the gas. Look. So we spun the gas giant and it was shooting off its gas, and now Pluto's picking it up and giving Pluto clouds. Okay. Okay, yeah, this is what I wanted. So the hope is that these kind of become the rings. Yeah, it's kind of working. Yeah, I'm just gonna explode what's left of Pluto. Hopefully it turns into rings. Oh, look at that. That's cool. Let's see a realistic view of this if we have no space goggles. Yeah, you're blinded pretty much. This almost looks like a planet forming, which I guess is kind of what we're trying to do. Emit Pluton. For visuals, we can change the bands. Someone said green. Like a bright green? I think dark green looks cool. You can look up here to see kind of what it looks like because it's hard to see with all the fragments flying around. How's this? Try turning off the space goggles now. Okay, let's see. Ooh. Okay, probably not blinding, but very bright still. You probably want sunglasses. I wonder if it got rid of our fragments that were part of the rings. We can add back the rings manually because when you explode things around it, the fragments kind of dissipate over time. Okay, it's spinning very fast, which I don't like. We're gonna turn that down. Okay. No longer spinning. Looks like some of the fragments are colliding with it, causing a lot of heat. We'll let it cool down. So the hope is that we add a moon here to Pluton that is habitable. So let's add a moon to it. I think we're gonna want it decently far away so that it doesn't get hit by all these fragments. Like out here. What's our mass on this? 13 Earths. What about to Jupiter? Oh, it's pretty small. I think I'm gonna make it a little bigger. Okay, now it's 20% the mass of Jupiter.
Name the moon Calvin. Someone else said it AAND, I agree.
Name the moon Calvin? That's my name. I want to name it after myself. So for a habitable moon, we are gonna want an atmosphere. 1 bar. Okay, you can see there's a little atmosphere now. Maybe a little more. And then obviously we want some water on it. Like mostly covering it. How big is this? 1.6 times our moon. So it's a pretty big moon, which is good. That's what we want. Average temperature is a little warm. 70 Fahrenheit or 20 C. Could be fine though. Earth's a little colder than that, I think. It's like 16. We might have a chance of life now. 5%. To increase our chances of life, pressure and composition of Earth's atmosphere. Okay, so it should have the same gases in it as Earth's atmosphere. It looks like it deleted some of my water though. What are we at now for life? 8%. I think we almost want the atmosphere to be a little bit thicker. Yeah, 10%, maybe more. 12. Keep going. Okay, that looks like about the max we can get. It's hard to get a high chance of life on a moon. Change the rotational period to be 1 day. So we get normal day-night cycles. 16.2, yeah, that helps. What's our temperature at? 20. Is it rising or falling? It looks pretty stable. Slightly rising. Okay, this is what, anti-Pluto? Give the moon a little moon. That's so hard to do. It's so unstable. You have to do like random asteroid and put it really close for it to be stable. Why does everyone want me to name it Calvin, bro?
Calvin!
If I designed a planet for me, it would not look like this. It'd be way cooler. I'm naming it anti-Pluto. Let's put vegetation on it like this. In the tiny moon Calvin? Fine. We'll name the tiny moon Calvin. You guys really want me to. Bioluminescence. Okay, it's kind of dim. But you know, you could say that's the bioluminescence. What's the likelihood of life? It is at 16.2. Pretty decent for a moon, I think. Okay, so we have one object with life or a decent chance at life. This is we have a Venus-like planet that actually looks pretty cool. I like this one a lot. Okay, we should probably add like a main habitable planet, you know? We'll put it between Ivory and Pluton here. If you look closely, you can see the corpse of Pluto as astral dust. Yeah, just so everyone knows, all of this dust came from Pluto, and I'm very happy about it. Here, I kind of want to add actual rings because it kind of deleted our rings. There we go. Okay, this is our habitable planet. We're going to want it a little bigger. Maybe we could do like a mega Terra, one that's like 2 or 3 times as big as Earth. Density will turn down to make it bigger. I want to change the surface map. Get one that will give us good continents. Are there so many craters? That one might be doable. Okay, let's go with this one. Green water, blue land. Do opposite. Make the water green and the land blue. Yes, please. Like this? And then the base color to be blue? That looks so weird. Is that what we want? Can you give it more continents? Like, I can draw them, or I mean, we could lower the sea level. That water looks so ugly. Green water looks gross. Ew. All right, let's put an atmosphere. It has a little one already, but we're gonna want more. Okay, it's slowly losing its atmosphere over time. Why? Why are you doing that? It will not let me add more. Magnetic field, is that why? We can add a magnetic field in to see if that's it. That seems to have helped. We're at 42% chance of life. That is good. So I think there's a lot of ice buildup, and that's what the white stuff is. Do we want to keep that or make it blue? Or we just melt all the ice plus 10% temperature. Okay, that works. Okay, what are we naming this one? Opposite planet with the green water and blue land. It looks weird. What's our temperature? Oh, 49. I raised it manually to get rid of the ice, but we probably want it around 20. So I don't know why it's turning into ice. 20 is definitely warm enough to not have ice. Name it Earth backwards. H-E-R-A-E. How do you even say that?
Try,
All right. I'm happy with this though. 46% chance of life. How do we get that higher? Maybe it probably needs a thicker atmosphere because it's bigger than Earth, and I just gave it Earth's atmosphere. Yeah, 88. There we go. Rayleigh scattering. That changes like how blue the sky is. Something like this looks pretty cool. The water is green, but because of the Rayleigh scattering, if you look directly at it, it just looks blue. But it kind of gives it this cool effect. We could give it a moon. This is a cool looking moon, dude. Look at that. We could change the colors on it. Tell me that doesn't look cool. That's really cool looking. This one, hurricane? Why? Okay, we're gonna make the atmosphere methane. Composition, layers. Atmosphere is nitrogen right now. Gross.
Spaceship, if you do not name this one Hurricane, I will promptly eat you. Smiles.
Fine. Don't want to get eaten. Hurricane with no E. How about our interface color? Make it bright orange maybe? And then for Earth backwards, let's give it maybe a blue. All right, Now I want to try making a planet completely from scratch. Just throwing asteroids into each other and try to simulate like the formation of a planet. So we're gonna start with an asteroid probably. We'll put it out here. And then we'll throw, I guess we have to start with like rock particles. How is the rock particle? Okay, is it bigger? How is it bigger than the asteroid? Okay, it's still combined. So the goal here is to make the asteroid bigger. Make a planet from it. Oh, why are they going that way? I think I might be messing up its orbit, but it's fine. We'll adjust it at the end. Throw all of the rock particles in the universe into our planet here. Okay, we might be big enough now to start throwing asteroids into it. Yeah. Why are the rock particles bigger than asteroids? Maybe even random small moon. Yeah. Yeah, here we go. Okay, it's heating up now. Good for you. Gotta grow big and strong.
Later.
Okay, we're building a planet from scratch here. It's a process. Takes some time. I want to see slower what happens at each time we launch a moon into it. The moon's gonna get ripped apart, but then the fragments kind of combine into it. Because like it's molten right now. This is like liquid rock, so they all kind of combine. Yeah. My teacher thinks Pluto is a planet. What do I tell her to change her mind? That is misinformation. Tell her to look it up. How big is a random moon? We can throw that in. Yes. Okay. I think I threw one that was bigger than it, and it ate our planet we were making, but we could just say that this is the new planet. We still started from 0, so it counts. Oh, there's a water world coming in. It's like Agario, guys. Okay, they're all like melting together. This is cool to watch. Let's see no space goggles. Oh yeah, here we go. Let's keep going. The whole screen is white. What is our mass now? Okay, we're at 16% the mass of Earth. Well, let's keep going.
20 minutes later.
All right. It's about the size of Earth now. Do we want it bigger than Earth or stop now? Make the moon a black hole. Should we give it a black hole moon? I don't know if that's realistic. Stop. Okay, I stopped. Okay, we're definitely gonna want to auto orbit this because it is, every time we throw something into it, it's gonna like make it accelerate more. Okay, it looks like it's melting off some of its mass. That should be fine as long as it's not too much. It's so hot. We gotta give it some time to cool down. 440 Earths of atmosphere? We were throwing moons that had atmospheres on it, guys. This has so much gas on it. It's almost like a gas giant, dude. Please name it Interstellar Nacho. That's not bad. I get that all the time in the comments. And what's it gonna have on it? Potential period's about a day. That sounds pretty good. What does it look like right now if we remove the atmosphere? It's still very hot. Let's give it like a couple more years to cool down. All right, looks like it's cooled down a decent amount. Hey, what is that? Is that water? Guys, there's water? And I didn't even add anything to it. We already have a Venus-like planet, so let's remove the atmosphere. Okay, what? It's so hot that like the gases that are trapped in the rock are like coming back out to give it an atmosphere still. What is covering it? Why did it get so flat all of a sudden? I don't know what happened. Why the elevation map kind of disappeared. Look, it has elevation. You can see in its map up here, but why can't I see it? I think I broke it. Why is there a chance of life? Okay, somebody explain that to me. And it's going up? Okay, I'm just gonna let it sit and see what that settles at. Did we accidentally terraform a planet? And why is it wobbling like that?
When I'm thinking about the cash flow, I never had no handouts, just came natural.
Okay, it's dropping now. So maybe the atmosphere is finally settling. Or it's probably getting cold enough now. No, the temperature is still 300. How is there a chance of life when the average temperature is over 300 C? Only spaceship can live there. I think this is bugged because if I cover the entire planet in water, we can't see it. Unless I still have water turned off. Oh. What? Oh. The atmosphere just wants to come back. Maybe we should just let it have its atmosphere. And we have some pixelated mess here. I think we definitely bugged this planet. This looks like a freaking QR code. Someone scan that. 20%? What? All right, we accidentally terraformed it. So there's our planet. What color do we want, guys? So yeah, the elevation map's definitely broken because look, only the low elevation is changing the color. Probably microscopic bacteria life. Yeah, but you know what happens when you have a ton of microscopic bacteria life? It evolves. There's gonna be intelligent life on here one day. Maybe the life that evolves here will meet up with the life that lives on Pluton's moon and the life that's on reverse Earth. There's Interstellar Nacho. Well, that was cool. I think the game kind of doesn't really like when you try to build a planet from scratch like that. Someone said, mate, give it a black hole moon. I think we should just give it a moon first and then crush that down into a black hole. So the thing that with black holes is if you crush something enough, like increase its density so much, anything will turn into a black hole. It's going to be very small though. So what we have to do here is turn down its radius while locking its mass. So the amount of matter inside of this isn't changing. We're just crushing it. And if you do that enough, it'll take a lot of crushing. It will turn into a black hole. So that moon was like, how big was it? Someone remember? Kilometers across. We have crushed that moon down to just 1 centimeter and it's still not a black hole yet. This worked in the past. This should still turn it into a black hole. There it is. Okay, at 0.0006 millimeters, the moon became a black hole, and it's so small that the game doesn't even like when you zoom in on it. But there it is. There's the black hole. That is a moon of Interstellar Nacho. Any other major planets we want? Maybe like a giant gas giant that we make look really cool. Like when I say giant, I mean like 5 Jupiters. Just big enough not turn into a brown dwarf. Give me a color scheme. Orange, yellow, orange and yellow. Okay, orange and yellow. Let's do like a very vibrant orange and yellow kind of thing then. If you spend a lot of time, you can add bands and make some really, really cool looking gas giants. But it takes forever because you have to edit each color manually. Something like this. Some of these oranges look too brown. Make Jupiter its moon. We could binary it with Jupiter. It's not realistic though because Jupiter's in our system. Why? Okay, I bugged the game again. Dude, I love this game, but recently there's been a lot more bugs. It's the preview. It's just chilling there. Jupiter 2.0. Okay, we'll just say a planet that somehow looks very, very similar to Jupiter happens to orbit with this one. They're both orbiting around this point. And there's our half sun. A bug. Let's name our last planet and maybe give it some rings, like Jupiter rings. Sure, that looks cool. Call it Mr. Orbit Lines. Sure. All right, here's our system today. I'm pretty happy with it. I do like the new updates with the materials and such, but yeah, there are a lot of bugs in the game. But I mean, I don't know. Like this game's probably so hard to make. Like I don't blame the devs for the bugs. It just kind of sucks. But no, I'm not blaming them. I'm sure this game is very hard to make. If you want this system, the link will be in the description of the YouTube video. All right, let's Supernova. Pluto sucks. Okay. It's paused. That's why it is not doing anything yet. Here goes the Supernova. And it should probably destroy the other star. But maybe not. First planet it's going to hit is Ivory. So we'll see what happens as the Supernova reaches here. Temperature is probably rising. Not a ton yet. Once it hits, it definitely will. There we go. Okay, temperature starting to rise. And it should go rapidly and totally melt the planet. Oh, it is in there. How is it not destroyed yet? Look at this. The new supernovas in the new update, they look great. Okay, see now we're getting this burning. Rest in peace. These look like they died first. Here's the reverse Earth dying. Hurricane, the moon dying. And then Pluton, our gas giant. The bottom of it's getting scorched, and anti-Pluto also is... Basically, nothing's gonna survive this if we play time some more. Okay, there goes Pluton. Ivory is alive. What? Okay. Wait, how did Ivory survive? It is very hot. Okay, you can see Mr. Orbit Lines, our gas giant, shooting out a ton of mass. Look at that. That looks cool. Like a fireworks show. And our bugged thing is still here. Maybe if you download the system, you'll have the bug too. Okay, there goes our system. Kind of sad. But it looks like the star survived, Bun survived, and Ivory survived too. Somehow. All right, there's our system. Thank you all for coming. Come back next week. We'll do a suggestion stream and all of you will get to pick what we do. If you're watching on YouTube, like the video and come over to Twitch. Click the link in the description. You can watch it live. See, they love it here. Tell them how much you love it. We love it a lot. Exactly.